Absolutely, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like in the rap world, like all of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants, like, you know.
You think they're really out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the job, is to acquire those. It's like saying, you know, if you're playing chess, do you have any pawns?
If it doesn't fit, it ain't And things in this world are starting to not fit. Right now, we have a perfectly suitable clown running the free world. We got a guy whose advice included things that no decent crackhead would tell you to do with a wound.
Me, I do not give a f. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Since I came home, y'all know it. I wore my shit from day one. Yeah, I did it in what? I'm outside. Y'all know I'm outside. Outside. I never told on my friends. I don't tell on my friends. Them wasn't my mans. Y'all know they wasn't my mans. That's what hurt y'all. Like, damn, like, he's right. Oh, he's right.
Katt Williams just dropped another jaw dropper, and Tekashi is right in the center of it. Word is that rainbow-headed menace never stops snitching. Katt saying dudes still feeding the feds, cutting deals, and playing informant like it's a full-time job. But before any further, let's rewind real quick, because none of Katt Williams' new heat hit the streets out of nowhere. This whole 6ix9ine snitch legacy has been bubbling over for years, and every time folks think the pot cooled off, somebody stirs it again. This time, it's Katt Williams tossing gasoline on the fire. Y'all remember when Tekashi 6ix9ine went from a trolling rapper to a full-blown federal co-op in record time? Dude wasn't even built for the street life. He was cosplaying. Yet he slid himself right into the 9-tray circle until the block got hot. And once the feds swooped in back in 2018 with that rack sweep, robberies, shootings, gang activity, Tekashi folded faster than a cheap lawn chair. Headline after headline, Tekashi pointing fingers at dudes in the videos, identifying shooters, explaining how the gang operated. Dude got a 2-year sentence rather than life sentence after he snitched on his gang. He wasn't whispering, rather giving TED Talks for the prosecution. Prosecutors literally said his cooperation was extremely useful. By 2019, the whole street stamped him. Snitch for life. Real street dudes clowned him. Memes everywhere. Debates exploding online. But the wildest part, even after all that, even after coming home with a short sentence, Tekashi acted like his snitch card got magically wiped clean. And that's where the Meek Mill chapter comes in. Because Meek, he was one of the first mainstream rappers who wasn't afraid to say it loud. Back in 2018, during the early stages of Tekashi's beef with Everybody Breathing, Meek went on an interview warning him, said, "You give out that certain kind of energy, and that energy actually comes back." That was Meek saying, "Young boy, chill before you get smoked by your own mouth."
I'd have been like, all that shit doing is stupid at this point. I know you might have got on from doing it and it worked out to be able to make some money, but I think you need to slow down. I think you're beefing with too many people right now. You putting the wrong energy out, and the world will deliver the energy that you putting out. Like, you delivering a gangster type of energy now. He locked up in the middle of some shit. So, you know, you gave out that energy, you kind of got that energy back. I seen him one time and I was like, yo, I want to holler at you real quick. He was like, all right, I'm going to holler at you in a second. And I was going to tell him, like, things not talking about prison. Just like, yo, stop putting that energy out. You get money now.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? And nobody want to live like that. You can't live with 10 security guards forever.
But Tekashi didn't chill. Rather went online ranting, said Meek Mill ain't the real street dude. By 2020, the beef got nasty. Meek hopped on X, firing shots. He wrote, "I hope that rat going live to apologize to the people he told on or the victim. That's the only thing I'ma say, because he's dead. Left his baby mom and child like a coward as targets." Straight heat. And Tekashi clapped back disrespectful like always. Imagine having a newborn baby come into the world and be pressed about a Mexican with rainbow hair. This comment was a direct jab at Meek, who had just welcomed a newborn child with Milan Harris and was busy investing energy in 6ix9ine's reappearance. That line alone had the whole internet like, yo, this dude really don't know fear. Meek tried to shake it off, tweeting slick lines, calling him a keyboard informant, accusing him of faking activism, and feeding rich white folks with his clown antics. And when Tekashi dropped Gooba, Meek wasn't done. And that new song trash, we heard that bullshit, LOL. But Tekashi is Tekashi. He bounced the disrespect right back. He claimed Meek only talks justice when cameras are rolling, tried to flip the narrative, make himself the victim of industry bullying. Then, that infamous 2021 Atlanta parking lot confrontation happened. Heated, chaotic.
That's the fact, you That's a fact, you. And you security. This is security. That's security, nigga, you pussy. Look, shut up. Shut up. And you with a cop. And look, you take. And you with police. And you with police. Look, that nigga cop. That cop.
Meek tweeting, 6ix9ine waited outside the club for me, they trying to get us. That showdown confirmed one thing. Tekashi loved poking real street dudes, knowing he had federal insulation wrapped around him like bubble wrap. And that is exactly the energy Katt Williams been clowning for years. So this ain't new, sudden, or accidental. A couple years back, he wore that rainbow-colored wig on stage mimicking Tekashi, calling him a rat, a clown, and mocking the entire "I didn't snitch, they weren't my real homie" storyline. Tekashi pushed when folks called him a hypocrite for calling Young Thug a snitch.
Me, I do not give a f. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Since I came home, y'all know it. I wore my from day one. Yeah, I did it in what? I'm outside. Y'all know I'm outside. Outside. I never told on my friends. I don't tell on my friends. Them wasn't my mans. Y'all know they wasn't my mans. That's what hurt y'all. Like, damn, like, he's right. Oh, he's right.
If it doesn't fit, it ain't shit. And things in this world are starting to not fit. Right now, we have a perfectly suitable clown running the free world. We got a guy whose advice included things that no decent crackhead would tell you to do with a wound.
Fast forward to earlier this year on Theo Von's podcast, Katt didn't name names, but everyone with working ears knew who he meant. He said the rap industry got dudes working as federal pawns, dudes who stay out of jail while still acting street, dudes feeding info, working undercover, protected because they're useful.
Absolutely, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like in the rap world, like all of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants, like, you know.
You think they're really out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's part of the job, is to acquire those. It's like saying, you know, if you're playing chess, do you have any pawns?
And that's when the internet lit up. He talking about 6ix9ine, he gotta be, because who else fits the pattern? Tekashi walking around, untouched, trolling rappers, pulling up on dudes who should have checked him long ago, but somehow he never gets touched, never gets locked back up, never gets hit with consequences like other rappers. And the craziest part, folks started speculating that Tekashi made some extended cooperation deal. Folks said his last year's drug-related violations were suspicious, like he got caught slipping but magically walked free again. Some dudes on the street literally said, bruh working for the government. He ain't just snitched once, he's still snitching. One dude hit hard saying, Katt definitely referring to 6ix9ine, dude been a snitch and still is. One dude wrote, Katt telling without telling, genius. And the sad part, that theory got legs because Tekashi always popping up around cases, drama, or beef like he got early access to the script. He even started calling dudes snitches publicly, the same thing he got labeled for, even recording diss tracks. Remember when he called Young Thug a snitch in a diss track? The community lost it. Folks were like pot calling kettle black, a rat calling other rats. One user wrote, wasn't he accused of the same? Another put it bluntly saying, pot calling the kettle black. Tekashi tried to excuse himself saying, they weren't my real homies, so it don't count. But the streets replied, you was eating with them, traveling with them, filming videos with them. Stop the cap. And that's why Katt's new comments hit different. Not because he said something new, but because he said what people been whispering for years. Katt Williams basically confirmed what the hood been debating. Tekashi ain't stopped cooperating. Not in 2018, not in 2019, not after he came home, and maybe not ever. So it ties everything together. The courtroom testimony, short sentence, protected energy, constant run-ins with no real punishment, reckless trolling, and the access he shouldn't have. Katt didn't need to drop names, just one sentence. Rappers working for the feds, and everybody's mind pointed straight to the rainbow-haired trouble magnet who never learned to shut up. So, was Tekashi 6ix9ine just looking out for himself? Or did he save lives by snitching? Did he betray the streets? Or was it the only way to survive more prison time. Do y'all think Katt Williams missed the mark, or he just said the truth out loud? Drop your thoughts below, let's talk about it, and make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, because this story is far from over.